Welcome back to the Arctic Den. Today we are playing Perfect Love. These are the trigger warnings. Apparently, you're insane or something. Options. Display, window, full screen. Nah, we'll stay windowed. For a while, you were obsessed with the idea of a specific love. Not the type that was advertised in romance books or romantic movies. Not the type that grows together, that supports each other, that type of other envy. What? You wanted the type that corrodes and suffocates. The type that held on to you, clinging, begging to be loved. Who could only think about you, to only have you, whatever costs. Okay, you are definitely a Yandere. You dated countless people to find that love, all failures. It was never enough, and it would never be enough. You discarded them all aside and decided, if no one could give you the love you craved, then you would create someone who would. Wouldn't that be fun? My name. I guess that's our name. Eris. The creator of strife and discord. Perhaps it was fitting I was born with a name like this. I wonder what it would be like if I named it Ares. Alright. We can save. College life was dull as normal classes to group calls. While walking aimlessly, you heard the cries of a poor individual, a student in the corner, mercilessly taunting and beating up the poor victim. Despite already graduating into college, it seems some students kept their bullying habits from high school. Please, I completed the assignment like you said. Why are you... Come on, Milo. You know why it has to be like this. It was the one who tried to out us to the professor. We're the ones who only even tolerate you, you know? We're your only friends. And friends, well, they don't just snitch on each other. No? Because you're not friends, you should definitely snitch. Do it. Do it. Move, you're causing a disturbance. What are you? Turning to you. Flinches I cannot speak today. Flinches visibly, shrinking away in fear. Did you hear me? I didn't think. Leave. You could almost hear him whimper as he ran away, his tail between his legs. You probably beat him up before. He stumbles forward and leans on you before scrambling and adjusting himself. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Those friends of yours are rather cruel, aren't they? He looks up to you a bit startled. Oh well, I can't blame them. I transferred only a bit ago. I'm still not used to being in such a new area. They took me in when I had nobody else. So, whether I like them or not, it's better than being alone. You're never alone. You have me, your friendly neighborhood Yandere. It's pretty simple, really. They know not to mess with me. You need to know how to speak their language. That's all. Speak their language. Why did you save me? You just did it because you felt sorry for me, right? I mean, I get it. We're in some of the same classes. You just want me to do your homework. I did it because I was worried about you. I don't care about making you do my homework. Of course, who wouldn't be worried about someone being bullied? Well, it seems at least I did. This may be a bit presumptuous, but could you teach me how to stand up for myself like you did? Look at him, your gaze not wavering. Milo, Change. Wait, his last name's Change? You transferred only last year, correct? I believe you're taking kinesiology, and you have some pretty impressive grades. How did you know that? I keep an eye on things that have my interest. If I had known you were being bullied, I'd have stopped in sooner. Milo turns a shade of pink after hearing what you had an interest in him. It was hard not to keep an eye on him. He glanced at you whenever you passed him by. We'd some of the same classes after all. You could always feel him watching, even when you weren't looking at him. Lonely, has a crush on you, isolated from his family and others like him. Meek, obedient. Perfect. You want me to teach you? If you could. Alright, I don't mind. On one condition. Date me. He's so shocked he nearly falls over. You can't help but smile. What date but I? He laughs awkwardly. Of course, you just wanted to mess around with me. Don't say stuff like that. It sounds like you're already rejecting me. Especially since you're quite the catch. Milo turns beet red, unable to speak for a second. Too bad it's in black and white. Calm down, alright? The only way to get to know someone more personally is if you date them. Think of it as a test run. How can you know if you don't try? I guess that's true. But I think I'd like to date someone I could spend my life with. It's kinda cheesy when I say it out loud. How perfect. I feel the same. So then, let's make it count, shall we? You won't betray me, right? It's just that people in the past would jokingly, why would I do such a cruel thing, Milo? Can't you trust me, the one who saved you? Saved me. That's right. So then, from now on, I am your... Alright, this is where the choices come into play. Oh boy. You're my lover. Please treat me well. He smiles nervously and taps his feet happily. I've never had someone like that, so I'm not sure what to expect. What kind of thing should I do with my lover? Nicknames. Let's... Love. My love. That's a cute nickname. I really like it. More of an old-fashioned type then, huh? He looks a bit flustered by what you said. I think it's a perfect fit as well. I'm not that old-fashioned, am I? Despite any possible complaints, you could see he enjoyed being gifted a nickname. I feel so special. It feels nice to be special, don't it? Well then, my love. My classes are starting soon. I'll miss you. Clingy. I didn't mean... It's alright. I think it's very cute. Don't try to dance around me. I'm your lover after all. Do you accept all that I am? Of course I do. You're gonna regret that, Milo. I'm so sorry. No need to fret. It's just a way for us to know each other better. And so I can teach you how to stand up for yourself. Meet me at the Split Path at 7 p.m. and we can go somewhere fun together. I have a couple of good places. As you walked away, you could feel his gaze boring in on you, watching as you left him behind. The start of an obsession. Oh boy. Okay, be courteous and on time. Compliment them and don't forget to... Milo? Yeep. He fumbles the flowers that he brought with him. No need, I just thought... I wanted to get something as beautiful as my lover. What a charmer. You almost feel bad for what you're about to do with him. Almost. Thank you for the flowers. I will try to gift you something later tonight in return. Oh really? There's no need to blame yourself. Never told you what we're going to do after all. I'll keep them safe in my bag for now. Taking the flowers, you carefully place them in your bag. I think you're a woman. Maybe we could get to know each other, like, I really enjoy sewing. Maybe later. There's more important things to attend to. There's two places. They're drastically different. Your perfect love needs to be strong, not just in strength, but in rage. To watch him crush your enemies to gain your love. To watch him use force to get what he wants. A devotion with violence is an important asset. I'm sure he's some rage after being bullied for so long. The second is a party on the other end. Might be nice to socialize with others to get him on your side. A perfect place to teach him how to manipulate others. A perfect love with the power to sway those around him, to do his bidding for him. A silver tongue and charismatic act. Sometimes the only way to fight fire is with fire itself. They both sound so interesting. Let's head to the... Alright. This is probably where the special endings come into play. To the batting cages. I'm not really the aggressive or athletic type. That's no problem. You have some anger to release, don't you? We'll have some fun. My personal room, please. Pulling Milo, we head to an empty room filled with bats in. A dummy. I thought we were gonna swing a bat. Oh, we are. Just not in the way you were thinking. Oh yes, we're amazing. It cracks as the dummy flies backward and bounces back. Milo flinches at the loud sound. Here you go. Your turn. I don't think I can. I'm against violence. It's not against a real person, only a dummy. You place the bat into his hand. There's nothing wrong with letting out your anger like this. Aren't you angry at those bullies? How they always used you? How dare they laugh behind your back even though you've done nothing wrong? You didn't deserve it. You never did. All you wanted was a peaceful life. That's how I felt. Is it not the same for you? Just let out your rage. You grin as he takes a step towards the dummy. Why? Why do you always kick me? What have I done wrong? You think you know everything? Just die. Already. The rage in his eyes is so tantalizing. You're thrilled beyond belief. Finally, after bludgeoning the dummy, he steps back, heaving to catch his breath. And one more strike. The bat shatters. He screams out, dropping the remains of the bat and clutching his hand. Milo, are you alright? Sorry, I went overboard. What are you worrying about? It's the most alive I've ever seen you. Give me your hand. He held his hand, blood-stained as you tend to the wounds. I didn't think I had so much rage inside of me. It was scary. It felt good. He looks down as if scared. I didn't scare you, did I? My love, there's no way I could be scared of you that easily. If anything, it made me happy to see you letting your anger out, because I need to turn you into a murderer. I wonder if there's a day where you and I would get attacked. It's only natural. The world is filled with violence. One day, you might have to strike back. But solving violence with violence, it's wrong, right? Not always. Don't think of it as violence. Think of it as self-defense. Protection against others. Protecting the people you love. You trust me, right? Then, please protect me if the situation arises. I will. I promise. And so the bat continued swinging. For dates, to let off steam, all sorts of things, and slowly, you taught him. Step back a bit when you hit. It's not good to be too close. It's not fair for someone as kind, as strong as you to be hurt like this. Striking someone in the knees is a good way to disable someone. My love, you deserve the world, but they don't deserve you. The chin and nose as well. Everyone feels like they are against us. I can only trust you. And I'm the only one you can trust. It was fun at first, but it's important to keep each date entertaining. Destroying cars in an abandoned lot. Breaking glass jars. Self-defense classes to fight, protect, hurt. Whatever it take to train him. Whatever it take to watch him grow stronger. And steering him to only cling onto you. To save only you. Nobody else in this world. Just as it should be. For a while, it seemed that days were peaceful. His attire changed as more rough and ruthless. Yet despite this, his personality was still meek, timid. It seemed more work was needing to be done. As they did, he stayed close to you, clinging. No one can come near him. It was meant to be. Because to him, you were his savior. And yet, it wasn't enough. My, you've gotten stronger. Those bullies have to think twice before coming near you. Is that bad? I mean, I like it a lot better now. I think it's an improvement. But are you happy you've been remade this way? I feel like I'm a new person since I met you. It's a good feeling. I even got this new baseball bat to celebrate. Surrounding him are a bunch of gang members, holding pipes, bats, and other weapons. Well, well, looks like Ryan was right this time. Scar is traced on her face and she looks you in the eyes. The brat really paid us big money to smack you around, huh? Ryan? The one who's been bullying me all this time? Oh, is that what this is about? You must have been butthurt that you're no longer a punching bag for him, huh? Don't hurt them. It's me you want, right? Don't hurt them. You smile. Remember what I said? This world is filled with violence. You promised to protect me, right? Are you really going back on that? Oh, looks like your love has some spunk. The next sound was a broken scream as a bat cracked into her ribcage. From then, there was nothing but massacre. Milo kept on bashing them over and over again. They tried to restrain him, keep him down, hit him, but he never flinched. The only thing he could think of was how to protect you. And soon, the gang member grabbing onto you was the last one standing. You smiled as you watched her quiver a bit, as Milo walked closer to you, hopping a bit from side to side, dragging his now red bat across the floor. She dropped you and ran and looked up at Milo covered in red. Milo? Milo, my dear? Come on, let's go. I'm sorry, you protected me. Why are you apologizing? It's his fault anyway. Didn't you hear what she said? That Ryan was the one who tried to attack me? All because I tried to help you? Ryan. You're right. It's his fault. From then on, the attacks became more frequent. Whenever you were outside, they jumped you from behind. Milo would always protect you as best he could. He became paranoid, clinging onto you more desperately to protect you. Unsurprisingly, it seemed that Ryan had disappeared at the moment, as if he knew Milo would come after him. What a coward. You smirked. It was fitting of him. It seems that there's no one we can trust. The fact that anyone can attack me at any moment. We can only trust each other. Of course, I won't let anyone hurt you. I won't let anyone hurt you. Once again, you were surrounded by the bodies of gang members sent to harass you. It's unfortunately that the police couldn't help us. In the end, the only one I can trust is you. I will protect you until the end. I think Ryan is starting to realize brute force isn't going to cut it. It'll have to come out eventually. In our class, he and I are assigned a project together. I'm gonna kill that after what he's done to you. In due time. You're my everything, so I can't lose you. It's working. You pat around your pocket. It seems you dropped it. You'll be there to beat him down again, right? You pull out a bundle of bandages from under the bodies. Looks like you're injured, so I'll have to patch you up again. You could have just brought some from the store. Those are special. It's the same roll I first patched you up with. You kept that? Of course, it was the first date we had. After finishing, you pulled at his arm. Walk me home, alright? And so he walked you back to your dorm. Safe and sound, not doom. That kid was rough. I thought we were going against a college student. Is everyone alright? Did you get the cash? That one was a real freak. Who hires people to attack them? Must have something to do with that Ryan kid. I feel bad for that Milo kid. He has no idea what's in store for him. For a while, it seemed as if everything had died down. The attacks basically became non-existent. Though, we couldn't let our guard down. Milo was restless, glaring at anyone who even happened to glance at you. He watched over you like a guard dog, staying by you as much as he could. No one would come near us like that. It was comforting in a way. And so, days went on as normal. Schoolwork, fun activities, dates. At least until one of the big projects for your class. Don't get too excited. I'll find a way to rip his tongue out of his mouth. I'm sure I could find a way to bash his head in without anyone noticing. That'd be quite the treat to watch. If he cries out, it's even more fun. Not yet. Let's hold off on it now, right? Yeah. Milo growls a bit, but remains silent afterward. What was that? As long as you don't draw any attention, you can do as you please. As if I let you go alone, you're mine, and I won't let anyone touch you. The response sends shivers down your spine. You've trained him a little too well. I see. Strange, he's not in our group, is he? Milo and I are a package deal. Are you jealous that you've become the third wheel? Ryan looks as if he wants to lunge at you, but Milo leans forward. Touch a single hair on their head and I'll snap your neck. Ryan hesitates and leans back down. Whatever, let's hurry up and get this project finished. Well, living under threat of violence was something to be angry about. Milo would watch silently as we talked with each other. His arms crossed, leaning back, glaring at Ryan. He would slam his head into the table at any moment. I got it. What are you looking at? This lovey-dovey crap makes me want to barf. I got it, Jet. See you losers later. Somehow it tastes bitter, like your disgust for him. Forget it. I need him alive so he doesn't make me do all the work. As you walk, something doesn't feel right. You start to falter, your legs feel weakened. Everything goes dark. You can feel his warm hands shaking as you place your other hand on him. Thank goodness. Ah, what happened? You passed out suddenly after we left a cafe. Did I now? Oh, I see, that's what happened. That snake really has it out for me, huh? Sorry, don't worry. You'll be able to use that anger soon. It seems Ryan must have drugged me. Must have been the water. Disgusting. He doesn't really know how to leave it alone, huh? Well, he should be given a taste of his own medicine. Drugging him would be ample payback. You do have access to the chemistry lab. Choices. Drug him back. Drugging him, I'd rather just break his legs. I mean, I know. Don't worry about it though. That does sound like fun, but sometimes it's good to be a little more smart about it. Just think of it as a study date. It'll be fun learning how to drug people. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. You walk in Milo to a seemingly quiet part of the campus. Unlocking an abandoned lab, he trails in behind you. My love is very clever. I didn't even know you had access to this lab. I lockpicked it. He hugged onto you, suddenly startling you. You really are amazing. Even after being attacked that day, you're strong. It's only because of you, my love, that I'm able to stay strong. Well, let's get started. This is what he drugged you with? I won't let him get away with this. You wanted to stop him, but you felt dizzy and held on to him. It seems the drugs still have a bit of a side effect to them. You should rest. No, I have to stop him from doing this again. Take this first. You wink at him, causing him to get flustered. Let's get started. GHB is probably the most common one. We have the ingredients already. I've always wanted to make chloroform as well. Thought it might not be a good situation. Wait. Might not be good for the situation. Can't we just kidnap him with it? Like, knock him out, like, bam? In reality, it'd probably just kill him. That's a problem? You're such a jester, Milo. Sadly, I still need him for the project. I'll have to check if it's enough, but ketamine is fun to make as well. Oh no. Is he gonna... Huh. Milo growls a bit as you mention him, but now I'll be using this knowledge against him. You reap what you sow, after all. Huh. No, Milo was a fast learner. He picked up everything naturally. At the same time, you and Ryan finished your project together. You convinced Ryan to have a drink once both of you had finished. A perfect opportunity. He placed his fist together, as if he's ready to punch someone. Of course, I'll always be by your side, my love. And if anything happens, I won't hesitate to kill him. You didn't think you could say anything to convince him to hold back? Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that then. We arrived at the bar that Ryan had invited us. Hey, it's... you two. Sorry, did you not think I'd bring him? I thought it would actually be us too, you know? Because we actually worked on the project. Sorry about that. Don't you think this is too much? I mean, all this for him? I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Ryan. Ryan feels Milo staring him from behind. Never mind. When have you ever listened to me anyway? You'll end up badly, you know? Thanks for the warning. But I know what I'm doing. I'm not a monster. The barkeep taps our drinks onto the counter and we cheer to finishing our project. You just drug my drink in front of me. Go ahead, drink it. That's cute. You make it sound like you have a choice. Drink it. I know what you did, Ryan. Did you think I'm not naive? Come on, it's only fair. And where do you think you're going? To our project. May we have another good semester. Eve runs at you, shoving you onto the floor with a thud. I'm going to... Bad boy. Oh gosh, you're treating him like a dog. I doubt I'll ever mess with you again. Come on, let me buy you a drink. You did such a great job. He always said he would make a good house husband. He'd probably give you his food and let you taste it. I want to be able to cook for you when we get married, he say, blushing. Wait. What do you mean? Your memory is deteriorating. Something he must have done. He was using your lessons well, hasn't he? And while Milo was concerned over you, you could feel him smiling at the results. Protective dog looking after his master, and you couldn't be happier. It was always just you and Milo. Weirdly enough, Milo seemed to cook for you less and less. The strange fog that you had gotten before was slowly lifting, and it was infuriating to you. More affectionate, he was hugging, clinging to you, as if he was resisting it, as if he was stopping himself. How sweet, how cute, how lovely, how kind. You want him to be. You had to break him. There was only one thing to do. Push him to the brink. Just one final push. He was walking with you across campus as usual, looking around, fidgeting a bit. Is something on your mind, Milo? You really changed me for the better. I'd have to disagree, not gonna lie. No one will dare do such a thing. We're gonna be together forever, right? Poor, simple Milo. His fate was sealed. If that were true, Milo, that we could be together until our graves. But let's be honest, do you really think that'll happen? Do you really think I'd never break up with you? You're just gonna throw me away, like trash, like junk? I'd rather kill you myself. I knew it. I should have put a higher dosage. Wouldn't you only rely on me then, so I could always take care of you? So I'd be your entire world? Milo? There's nothing left for me. I only exist for you. Nobody else, only you. Without you, what's the point of living? Why should I even exist? Your own snap caused Milo to flinch. I don't want to leave you. I want to be with you until death do us part, but time is not kind to us. We could drift apart or fight. And what about those around us? Do you think they won't try to tear us apart? My love, it's the world around us that wants to tear us apart. They're always planning, scheming, watching us fall apart. Don't you see? There's no way to escape it. Well, maybe there is a way. The final push. The only way for us to skate together forever is... Oh, I see. And this probably leads to 2 different endings. To protect me. No matter what, the world will always find a way to tear us apart. It's cruel, isn't it? Then the solution is simple. Make sure I can't be taken away. And just like that, Milo's eyes had changed. It felt as if you'd simply freeze in place looking at him. As if you'd do anything to make you his. I think you know what I'm talking about, right, Milo? Sometimes those kind of things simply can't be helped. Of course, why didn't I think about that? You were always mine to begin with. I should have just taken you earlier, to somewhere where no one else can find you. You couldn't wait until he broke. It'd taken you a while to track him down properly, but there he was, at your line of sight. Ryan, what do you want from me? What are you so afraid of? That Milo might come after you? You were the one who forced me to bully him, to do all those things. What are you talking about, Ryan? I never said that. All this training for Milo. Blaming me for sending all those goons after you, even though you were the one who did it to yourself. What kind of insane person would do that? Forcing me to drug you, then making me drink that with Milo there? Seriously, what's wrong with you? Just leave me alone. I did everything you asked, right? All this, it's all your fault. Why those people died. Why I'm still in this situation. I wish you would just die. Leave me alone. He was the one who shifted the blame to others so you wouldn't be jailed. You're the one who resigned yourself to this punishment. You have no one to blame but yourself. Just like when you were together with him. It was so entertaining, watching him flounder about, watching him cry, beg, forcing him to go through such lengths to get rid of you. When you got bored of him, you tricked him into cheating with someone. He was never your perfect love in the first place, never would have been. The only hope for failures like that is to crush them to dust. And I promised I'd let you go. Well, after this one thing. It's the last piece of evidence that proves that you were the one who killed those people. Oh, that's the spirit. I will pry it from my hands. Fight me if you have to. Take it from me and it's all yours. You could feel Ryan shudder as he felt a presence behind him. It was something far more sinister. Ryan opened his mouth as to speak some excuse, but before he could say anything, Milo pulled out his bat. How unfortunate for you. Your skull will be the next baseball for me to hit. Throwing him to the ground, you and Milo made your escape. I think we're far enough away. Where are you taking? Or why were you talking to him? It was nothing important. Nothing anymore. Do you like him? That's what it is, wasn't it? I was simply... It doesn't matter. You belong to me now. I'll make sure of it. And somehow, you felt happy beyond belief. However, it didn't seem like Milo had let go of his anger towards him and towards you. Yet, still, he took care of you and he was always by your side. You had hoped that he'd be planning something exciting for you, and so he did. One seemingly normal afternoon, he gave you some cookies he'd baked that day. It felt hard to breathe when you woke up. Though it was dark, your eyes were slowly adjusting. As you saw 2 eyes looking back at you, my love, you managed to say. You felt oddly dazed and tried to get closer to him, but you couldn't feel your legs. His face slashed in blood. Hope you had a nice sleep. I really did want to do it more gently. I just took the whole thing. I'm not as good as Ron, I know I'll never be. But you'll always be mine now. You can't run anymore. You couldn't touch the floor anymore, your legs were gone. And what was left of them were sewn up as if a doll. Your legs were gone. You started to breathe heavily. Everything felt as if it were crashing. Oh, don't move, you're going to. So happy, so brilliantly happy. Beautiful, beautiful. You've done well. A never-ending echo of pure happiness, of full insanity. This is just what I wanted. You've truly done it. You're perfect. You couldn't have been happier. You couldn't care less. To you, this was, without a doubt, your perfect love. A kidnapper's love ending. To get rid of them. The world's a cruel place. All this rot. Then there's only one thing for you to do. Destroy them all. When they're all gone, then I'll be yours. Oh, now they're a haunting red. You understand what I mean, right? I'm sure if it ever comes to that, you'll know what to do. I will always protect you from everyone in this world. I'll be sure everyone has an eternal sleep, and break their ribs so they'll never wake up. And now we can skip through this, oh boy. Hopefully you don't hear the clicking of my mouse. Before he could make another— oh, I can just skip through it. I'm an idiot. Ryan was lifted in his air by his neck. The USB dropped to the floor with a clatter, and Molly stepped on it. And what do we have here? I didn't know we had a rat problem. If I see you near my lever ever again, I'll finish the job. He turned to you, clearly filled with rage. How did that scum touch you after what he did to you? And you even let him go. You really are too kind. Who knows what he might do next, though. I'm afraid he might target me again. Don't worry. You were right. This world is so dangerous and filled with horrid people. Don't worry. I'll never let them touch you, because you are mine. And mine alone. Oh boy. He disappeared without a trace. You wonder what he had in store for you? Give him a copy of your key. With his apron and candlelit lighting, he eagerly waited for you to sit down. His eyes were filled with red, as if he were waiting for something. This is really tasty. You'd make a great house husband. I'm afraid you might not like it, but I shouldn't have been. After all, you're perfect. I could make you more if you like, though maybe not this specific dish. It has a very rare ingredient in it. I don't think I could get it again. It took you a second, you recognized the color. Sorry, is something? No, nothing's wrong. You couldn't help but smile as you took a bite. Of course I have no doubt, my love. I can't wait until you cook your next rare meal. How tasty. Oh gosh, you turned him into a cannibal. That's just uncanny, not gonna lie. Alright, let's go to 1. Stalk him. He would catch us too easily. Stalking is the way to go. You think carefully about what you need to do to stalk him. Cameras. I see him tense up at this new information. Are you jealous? After Freddy might take you from me, I would never let you escape me. You're mine, you know. Oh dear. Why don't we focus on watching over Ryan first? Or would rather stalk me instead? Ah, but we'll have to be a bit more hidden, so I got this. You pulled out some matching hats you get gotten. I think you'd look good in them. Ah, this is— do you not like my gift, Milo? No, this is mine now. How cute. He fidgets awkwardly, seemingly a bit flustered as if he'd been complimented. From wolf to puppy, it was very like him. He put it on backwards. How does it look? How handsome. You look like a gangster. Let's get to work. Enough that he would know it was us, but obviously enough to know that someone was watching him. At first it wasn't anything. Harmless, in fact. We watched him and never did anything to him. But Milo got impatient. At first it was acts of violence, breaking his windows, trashing his dorm. A little out of control, you thought. Next was the letters, sending him threat after threat. Oh gosh. At some point you couldn't leave his dorm room for a bit, afraid that someone out there would kill him if he'd stepped out. You could tell Milo was amused at that. Whatever sense of guilt he had was gone. After all, to him, Ryan deserved this more than anything. It was almost enough to make you laugh. Is something wrong? I haven't seen you in class. This is too much. It's Milo, isn't it? Please tell him to stop. I know what I did was wrong, but I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm not sure he'd even listen to me anymore. He seems hell-bent on getting revenge. This is what you wanted, right? Please just make it stop. Milo's been a bit too rough lately. As much as I hate to admit it, I do need you to finish this project with me. So I'll convince him. You have my word. It almost scared you the first time you saw him standing outside your dorm in the middle of the night. His eyes never wavering, watching, observing. At some point he disappeared and started to come inside your room at night. It was almost clumsy the way he tried to get into your dorm. Every night he came in and watched you sleep. Held your hand sometimes. He even climbed into the bed next to you. Seems he'd simply chant your name like a mantra. An obsessive dog worshipping his master as he slept. Some nights he would simply sit there, watching you. But there were some you'd never get back. How strange, I can't find one of my sweaters. It's too bad I had that one for a long time. Might just be lost forever. Sometimes it gets eaten in the laundry machine or something. You were certain. He was about to become your perfect love. I see, Milo. You do want me to fail then. You want me to move school so we're forced to separate. Is that what you're telling me? You think you could leave so easily? I'd simply break your legs and keep you somewhere where no one could find you. Ah, how romantic. Can you just hold on a bit longer? Then after, you lean towards his ear. You can cut my Achilles tendon and take me as you want. Just keep him alive for me, alright? Just enough to finish the project. Alright, I'll do it. Ryan was safe for now. I was contemplating if he should take you right now, as you slept peacefully. He always held his hand near your face, or his face. Sometimes you wonder if he's contemplating chopping it off and keeping it for himself. Not that you minded. You wanted more. It was always just you and Milo, and he continued to come into your house, trying silently, watching you as you slept. You could hear his breathing. He watched over you night after night. Perhaps a basement or attic somewhere where you'd never be found. Despite what he'd changed into, he was still your dog. You needed to be trained on what to do. Just one final push. Looking around, fidgeting a bit. Is something on your mind? You really changed me for the better. I could watch you forever. We're gonna be together forever, right? His fate was sealed for good. I should have just taken you while you were sleeping. Broken your legs and arms. Make it so you can't leave me. Okay. Let's get these two endings. Protect me. It's cruel, isn't it? The solution is simple. You're always mine to begin with. Then he breaks into my house, threatens me with letters and bricks. I could barely leave my door without fearing for my life. Just leave me alone. I did everything you asked. All of this, it's your fault. Well, those people died. Well, I'm still in this situation. I wish you could just die. Leave me alone. It seems that while Ryan pinned you down, you would end up bruising something in your body. You let out a loud pain noise as you stood up. Ryan didn't seem to notice as he held the USB in his hand. He didn't notice Milo coming up to him, hovering and staring. He broke his arm with ease. Ryan let out a pained gasp as he instinctively dropped the USB, which Milo crushed under his feet. Perhaps I break your other arm too. Or maybe snap your neck instead. My love. Upon hearing you call out to him, he immediately dropped Ryan and came to your side. Are you okay? What happened? Did he hurt you? That coward, I'm gonna twist his neck and... Please don't, go. I should have been there. I should have protected you from him. I should have... It's okay. What I need right now isn't a guard dog, but someone who will care for me. His eyes were cold, but resolve was steady. For a while, he took care of you. Stayed in the dorm, cooked for you, cleaned for you, and never left your side as you lay there in bed. He'd always be muttering something in guilt. How could I let my lover get hurt like that? The world is far too dangerous for them, they won't survive. And how could I live without them? I won't fail you again. Ah, you really are such a wonderful house husband, my dear. I'm completely back to full health. What are you doing? I won't let you go there anymore. I won't fail again, I swear on my life. So I thought about it. He drags the bat from behind his back and walks towards you slowly. I thought about it again and again. And I can't, there's no way to protect you. So I have to come to a compromise. I'll take care of you forever. Even if it means I have to hurt you to do so. You could feel your bones snap as he did as you screamed, falling to the floor. I don't want to hurt you, but there's no other way. I'm sorry. He closed his eyes and it was dark. Not if you could anyway. You were always in bed and often hurt to move. And then you got better again. He'd break you while crying again. A vicious cycle over and over again. He held your hand as he sobbed loudly. I'm sorry. Even if you hate me, I can't. You're doing wonderfully. I couldn't have asked for a better boyfriend. Even if hurt to move, you were content. The shape you had molded him into, how wondrous. A perfect house husband. To get rid of them, he's probably gonna kill you. Not gonna lie. Destroy them, and then I'll be yours. His eyes had changed, ready to slaughter them all. Ah, if only to make sure you sleep well at night. I'd snap every neck to make it so you can sleep soundly through the night. The next part will be fun. Silence filled the air all of a sudden. Milo's hand had gripped on Orion's face as he looked up. You think to yourself that he'll break his skull, but he suddenly let go. Oh, my love, did he hurt you? His words were kind, but his tone is as if he was gonna crush you in anger as well. Don't worry, I'll never let this happen again. I won't let those dirty monsters touch you. I'll get rid of them all. I will protect you. Oh gosh. I need an adult. All you can see is the red in his eyes. You never saw Ryan again. They found his body fallen at the end of a cliff. He accidentally tripped. The faint smell of metal came off of him, slowly just as it were. Accidents became frequent around your college. 2 people in your class that stepped on your shoe were found dead in a car accident only weeks later. Oh no. Yeah, he's murdering everybody. Sitting, watching you. The blood on his face shining from the lights outside. Then slowly, the college became paranoid of who would be the next victim. The blood-eyed killer, they call him. With etchings of red eyes drawn in red marker. The eyes that watched you every night. The eyes of the person who protected you. When they had questioned you, though, it was quite frightening. I was working on a project with the first victim a while ago. Is there someone that could find to be the killer? Why would I think of that? No one. Comes to mind that I can think of. Whatever was left of the quiet, shy Milo was made into a killer to protect you. All those bodies are simply collateral. Truly. The perfect love you wanted all along. A perfect killer. Alright. We will leave things off here and we will continue this in a later video, I guess. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button. Come subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. As always, goodbye. Poor Milo.